Hello, amazing people. Happy Friday. I think it's Friday. It's been a long, long week. That's what I'm going to say. It's been a long week, a blessed week, a prosperous week, a week of learning, so many new things, a week of becoming better. That's how I look at life and I look at things. I try to look at things a little bit different. You know, I look at what did I learn this week? You know what I mean? How did I grow this week? You know, so many different and amazing things. Um, it's Friday. It's the weekend. I'm excited for the weekend. Not that I got a lot going on. I'll probably be doing like some homework and stuff, but I'm excited. I'm just excited to be blessed enough to, wake up this morning, blessed with peace, blessed with happiness. And I think most of all, just blessed knowing that God knows my heart, that God knows my heart and that I'm being obedient, that's a blessing enough for me. I know I came a long way. I came a long way, with this platform on this journey. And one thing that I've had the pleasure of doing is no matter what people may have said, no matter how people try to attack me, I rest in the fact that God knows my heart. You see what I'm saying? He knows my heart. He knows the truth. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm able to rest in that and find peace in that. And I don't know who that's for. You see what I'm saying? People are going to criticize the things you do, how you move. You see what I'm saying? Your gift, your purpose, all that. But you have to rest in the fact that God knows your heart. God knows the truth. And baby, people ain't got a heaven or a hell to put you in. That's the beautiful thing about life. I promise you. What's so crazy, right? Is I've been sitting back and really observing, social media. That's what I do. I look at a lot of stuff people send me. People send me a lot of stuff, you know. And it was the situation with Juanita Bynum was in my spirit. The post was sent to me numerous times. I see numerous videos about it. I'm like, okay, let me sit in this. Like, how am I supposed to say something about this, right? And then this morning, it was kind of confirmation that I need to use this as a teaching and a talking point. And this morning, I posted it. Somebody had indirectly tried to take a shot at me, right? And basically was saying like I was scamming people because I was charging them for a job. I'm charging broke people for a job listing, and they never seen the disclaimer of saying you can pay me the $20 when you get your first check. Now this is what I'm gonna say, right? I've done that for people, not just the job listings, for classes and all types of stuff. But my thing within my community, because this comment came from of another Black woman, right? The thing that I'm confused about in our community is, why do we expect people to do things for free? Why do we expect people to do things for free? Why do we always expect a hookup? Why aren't we supporting each other? That's kind of like where I'm going today. And I think about I think about when these women go to other countries and get BBLs, y'all don't ask for no discount. They're not asking for no discount. They're paying that other culture. I'm gonna get into it, Frank. They pay That other culture, what they asked them to pay, these people paid between $5,000 and $6,000 with travel and everything else to go to another country to get a BBL. I never seen these women complain about it. I never seen these women complain about the price of a BBL. They paid those people what they asked to be paid because the doctor provides a service. Am I right? I don't deserve $20 for putting together a list of high paying jobs for people. It's a scam. But do y'all see how our culture thinks about stuff? Now I'm gonna get into Juanita Bynum, right? A lot of people don't know. Juanita Bynum has been speaking for free for a long time. Y'all know Juanita Bynum is very, very popular, you know, in the gospel industry, right? Juanita Bynum has been speaking for free for a very long time. And she put out something saying she was charging $14.99. It was a lot of things, you know, included. What a lot I seen a lot of black women. I may seen a few black men say something about it. I seen a lot of black women dragging Juanita Bynum. I thought it was so wrong and so tasteless. Like, where's the black women empowerment? She had like a package, like teaching people how to pray and you know, a prayer journal, just different things, right? So people, mostly black women, were dragging her because she was charging 14. Oh, she's charging 14.99 to show somebody how to pray and this, that, the third. No, she's charging 14.99 for a class. That's what it is. She's providing a service because Juanita Bynum is in the gospel industry. She's not allowed to charge 14.99 for her time. Why do people expect, because it has something to do with God? Oh, this is what people say. Oh, it should be for free. And why? Why should her gift be for free? God said your gift will make room for you. Why should her gift be for free? Why should anybody's gift be for free? Y'all get up and y'all go to these concerts and y'all pay. Y'all done paid money for a meet and greet. Y'all done paid $5,000, $6,000 for a BBL twice. Cause baby, y'all might not know, when they go one time, they turn around and go another time. So you spent about $10,000, $11,000 going to get a BBL. Never complained. These designers put out bags, Gucci, Michael Kors. The next one, it's a new bag out there everybody's running to get. Y'all don't never argue about these people's prices. Why are we like this? How come we can go and pay another culture, but our culture scamming? We scamming each other. Y'all, and then what gets me too is that, you know, people will complain about contributing to the church. I'm not talking about a mega church. I'm not talking about a pastor that want a plane, a Range Rover, a pool, and a mansion. I'm not talking about them pastors. I'm talking about the pastors that have a church or has church. Why don't people sow into them? The pastors that have food banks for the church. Baby, I'm talking about the real pastors, baby. I'm talking about the real ones. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the pastors and the first ladies that's sitting up taking money out of their pocket, helping the congregation with bills, food, all type of stuff. I'm talking about the pastors and the first ladies that come and help people in their church move, babysit, all type of stuff. People won't sow into them though. People won't sow into the people having church out their house. People won't sow into the people that is really about God's work. We don't sow into them people. We got a problem. We got a problem. And God's not pleased with it. I promise you he's not. When I watched that video of Juanita Bynum saying, I went places and spoke for free. I just wanted to, put something together, for me to make money. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with her putting together a class, a course using her gift and teaching people her gift, teaching people prayer and journaling? And what's wrong with that? Why do we feel like something like that should be for free? And not only that, knowing how much Juanita Bynum has poured. She has poured and she has poured and she has poured. What's the difference between Juanita Bynum and any other coach? What's the difference between Juanita Bynum and these millionaires that people sit up here and follow and buy from and support constantly? And y'all done put these people in mansions and everything. The people that done did wrong to get where they at. And you done supported that wrong and put their family up and making sure their family's all right and stuff like that. Why we shouldn't make sure that, Juanita Bynum's cool? We shouldn't make sure that these other people that pour and pour and hardly get anything back, we shouldn't make sure they're cool. We shouldn't support them. We shouldn't buy from them. Oh, because it's attached to God, it should be free. Y'all don't go to these conferences for free. The conferences ain't free. I'm sorry. Y'all don't go see these rappers for free. What these rappers sell y'all ain't for free. Y'all buy it. Y'all buy it. I'm confused about our people. It's heartbreaking. Ron, you don't have to pay nobody to teach you to pray. But you'll pay somebody to help you start a business. These women sit up here and pay for people to do surgery on their body to look like these people on TV. They pay for expensive bags and stuff. I'm not saying go and pay her to learn how to pray. I'm saying she has it's like a course kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? Just like anybody else has a course kind of situation. Chanel, I don't understand it though. But you know what? This is what I am going to say, and it may be an unpopular opinion or whatever. God is blessing us with resources. God is blessing us with resources. God is blessing us with people that are going to help us get to the next level, be better people. That's going to be a blessing to us. That doesn't mean that it's free. And I'm just being real. Everything's not free. It's just not. These events y'all go to, not free. Even even the lady saying that I'm a scam for putting together a list of high paying jobs, and I'm a scam because I didn't offer people to pay me when they got paid. I'm charging broke people, baby. People is not broke. People is not broke. Let's be real. People are not broke. People spend on what they spend on. They buy this designer stuff and then come and say, I don't got no food. Well, why did you buy the designer stuff? Why did you buy the Jordans? Why did you buy these things, but didn't make sure your household was straight? You see what I'm saying? Come, we're not gonna sit up and act like people are broke. But in all actuality, I have extended that to people. I just didn't post about it. I just didn't post how I bought somebody a bus pass to get to work until they got their first check. I didn't post how I helped, pay for people. I just didn't post about it. I didn't post about it. But do you know, like with jobs and stuff, do you know when a tip agency finds you a job, they get a fee? They have more security though because they take the money out of your check every single week until you become permanent. They make money off of you because I'm some people don't know this. With a tip agency, you might be getting paid $12 an hour when the position really is $13 or $14 an hour. And what the temp agency doing is they're taking their cut. They pay you 12, sometimes 10, 11. They'll pay you 12, but the rate is higher, and they're taking that right out of your check. Some people may not have known that. You thought a temp agency was just gonna hook you over the job. No, they're getting a fee. And then when you come become permanent with the company, you make the rate that the company pays. Some people may not have known that. It's just really disheartening to see our people in this kind of shape. It's like we're living backwards. They it's like people have no problem paying for a certain lifestyle, to look a certain type of way, to have things that everybody else has, but then will complain about things that they need. Will complain about the price of something that they need. Like, that's weird. I'm not sitting up here saying, "Oh, go pay, Juanita Bynum, to do a one-on-one with her, and to, for her to teach you different things or lead you in the right." I'm not sitting up here saying that. But why complain about it? And we don't complain about buying from other cultures. We just don't do that. Oh, coincidence said, how about $18 or $19? Yeah, some jobs that too. But people don't know that. They don't know. And then I just want us to get better. If people don't want to pay what Juanita Bynum is offering, just ignore it. But you don't have to drag it. People don't have to drag her. Do you think these people be sitting up? Oh, I'm so sold out for Christ, and I'm a Christian, and I'm anointed. God ain't told you to go drag Juanita Bynum. God ain't told you to drag Juanita Bynum. But you know what? God's gonna make sure that Juanita Bynum's okay, because she has served, baby. She has served. Juanita Bynum's not perfect. None of us are. But baby, she has served. She has served. Those videos y'all watch on YouTube of her, those events y'all have watched, those events that people have went to, she has served. God's gonna take care of her. God's gonna send the people to sign up for her classes, her one-on-one she's offering. He's gonna send them. He's going to send the people that really want the information. Just like people pay for business coaching and credit coaching, it's people that'll charge you $2,000-$3,000 for business coaching and credit coaching and business credit, $2,000 and $3,000, and people are paying it. They're paying to learn. They're paying to learn. They're telling you my time is valuable. If Beyonce came out right now and said she was charging one-on-ones for $5,000, do y'all know people would buy them? People will buy them. You would hear nobody say, "I'm not paying $5,000 to talk to Beyonce." Baby, it will be viral. Then people will be showing off what they got. They one-on-one with Beyonce. They so excited. They just want to talk to her, be in her presence. They would not complain. Why, when it comes to God's people complain? Why, when it comes to God's work and the gift God bless somebody with, people complain? That's crazy. It's so crazy. Even some churches that have events and things like that. Those events don't be crowded, but the concerts be crowded. These black women found and scraped up the money to get their body done, to get the surgery in another country. We living backwards, y'all. But I'm at the end of the day, I'm just a messenger. People don't have to apply what I say. They don't have to take my advice or nothing. I know where it came from though. I know why the truth is being exposed. I know where it came from. I do. People don't have to take it. They don't, none of that. They just don't have to. But at the end of the day, only people have to live with the consequences. And I'm just being right. I'm just being real. Just look at it. Just look at the world and how things are. A lot I've seen a lot of people don't talk about it, it's not popular. A lot of women will run out and they see these women on TV that got bundles and these Gucci bags. Because where else did y'all see it? Gucci bags and Gucci belts and red bottoms, and you seen celebrities wearing it. Y'all didn't complain about the price of red bottoms. Y'all didn't complain about the price of Gucci, Louis Vuitton, none of it. Never complained. Didn't even complain about the Beyonce tickets. Never complained about it. But to come to me and complain about my $20 jobless that took me days to put together. Days to put together. I had to research to make sure nobody was going to get scammed. I had to make sure these were legit positions. It was a lot that I went through to make that list. hmm And I did. And some people did reach out to me and say, Charlotte, I don't have no money. I gave them the list. And when they got paid, they paid me. They paid me. Look back at what, Angel? Somebody, oh, Ron, the money, they can do what they want. Ron, that's true. That's true and that's untrue, Ron. Let me educate you. First of all, people should be prioritizing, not going out for the weekend, getting drunk, got a brand new outfit on. Your weave is beautiful, your sewing is beautiful, but then Sunday morning you need to borrow a tampon. Oh, baby, listen, I I lived it. I lived it. I couldn't afford to go out. I wasn't even mad. I'd rather, stay home with my kids. You feel what I'm saying? And chill. I'm safe. you know. But I'm talking about Sunday morning. Me and my one neighbor, we ain't go out. We would chill, do movie night with the kids and stuff like that. We couldn't afford it. And we weren't mad. We couldn't afford it at that time. Our bills was paid. We had food in the refrigerator. Our kids was cool. You see what I'm saying? We was cool with that. That's what our mindset was. But I'm gonna tell you something. Me and her used to always talk. That Sunday morning and that Monday, people borrowing want to borrow the mop, need to borrow a tampon, need to borrow a pack of meat, all type of stuff. And you just seen them go out this past weekend looking fly, baby. No, so I don't think that's true that people can do what they want. You need to take care of your priorities first. Make sure your kids are fed. Make sure your kids have food in the house. Make sure you have cleaning supplies. Make sure you have hygiene products. So Ron, no, I can't agree with that on all levels. I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that. We seen during this pandemic you know, some people might not want to, discuss it, but some of these women ran and got BBLs and then came on here and cried about how they was getting evicted. Oh, baby, listen, social media don't play. When that woman came on here crying about getting evicted because of the pandemic and people went and seen she got a BBL, come on, no. That's why we got to start holding each other accountable. Why was a BBL more important than your rent? Why was that more important than your rent? Why was that more important than I gotta make sure I keep a roof over my kids' head? Why was that more important? Why is going out more important than making sure you got food in the refrigerator for the kids? Because you didn't have to buy those red bottoms. The cost of those red bottoms could have made sure there was food in the refrigerator and made sure you had cleaning supplies and things like that. And the real parents on here know what I'm talking about. The ones where we content because the bills is paid. We ain't got to be out in the club in nobody's face. We ain't got to go and spend money that we don't have for real on no outfit to go look at people that don't even like us, that we can't even call in case of emergency, that we can't even call the next day for a pack of meat or to borrow the mop or a cup of sugar. Come on. The real parents know what I'm talking about. Yes, Frank. I'm sure y'all did not see that go viral. I'm sure because things like that don't be going viral like that. But she got on her crying about how she couldn't pay her rent and people was donating. And that's what you got to be careful. All I'm saying is be careful with that on here. People was up here donating, and somebody went digging and seen that she just flew to another country and got a BBL done. That's what they was doing during the pandemic, but don't nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk about it. This is the stuff they don't want to talk about. LA, some folks want to spend their money on what they want to spend their money and spend your money on what they need. Yeah, LA, when I say that's so true, LA, put that on a shirt. Put that on a billboard. That's true. That's true. We got to start making sure that our priorities is right. And that's all I'm sitting up here saying. Dorothy, accountability and responsibility. Sometimes, like any other time, it would hurt me when somebody tries to come for me, right? And when that woman said it this morning, it was just confirmation that I need to come on here and I need to speak about these things because we're doing each other dirty. We're doing each other dirty. That's what we're sitting up here. We're doing inside of the Black community. We sitting up here tearing each other down. And for what? If you don't want to buy something from somebody, don't buy it. Don't buy it, but don't criticize them either. And then go buy from another culture. Do y'all know that I'm sitting up here? I get emails all the time from people from other cultures wanting to work with me, wanting me to promote their product. I'm talking about offer me $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. I have not brought myself to do it, y'all. I have not brought myself to do it. You know why? Because if I do that and I'm not being smart, I'm not racist, I'm not nothing. I'm tired of seeing our people struggle. That's why I offer coaching for the prices I offer it at. That's why I do the things I do. I can't bring myself to do it. I can't bring myself to put money in another culture's pocket when my culture's struggling. But then my culture don't even support me. I create entrepreneur outlet because I hit 1 billion views on social media, thinking this is a great thing, for our people to be able to make money, get promoted on a bigger platform, make money. You see what I'm saying? I had this is no cap. I've had 4 Black people register, and all the other people were from another culture. What does that tell y'all? What does that tell y'all? Like, come on. Our people aren't even taking advantage of the resources available. I don't know what's wrong with us. I don't know. I wanted to get better. Like I'm telling you, I sat up here the other day, I'm like, we complain about these Black owned companies that sell the business to another culture. But did some of them have any choice? Let's be honest about it. Did we have any choice? Happy weekend, Tiffany. Hey, did we have any choice to do it? We putting our people in a position. We're not putting them in a position to win. We forcing their hand. We forcing their hand. That's what we doing. Dolly, our culture is ate up with jealousy and hate. Absolutely. Absolutely. Many run from anything that is not free. I'll never understand it. And maybe it's not for me to understand, but I definitely wanted to come and say a lot of people are blocking their blessings because they're taking their money and purchasing the wrong thing. They're purchasing the wrong thing. I would have, this is me. I'm not speaking on nobody else, right? I wouldn't have got a BBL. I would have put that money in the bank and I would have saved it. I would have saved it for a down payment for a house. I would have saved it to invest in my company, maybe to buy a house and flip it. Something. I would have invested in something for my family. I would have created generational wealth. And I'm gonna tell you what I would have did. I'd have probably got out there and started walking every day, watching what I eat, adjusting things like that. That's what I would have did. I can't tell nobody else what to do though. But you can't go and make those type of decisions and come back and be like, I'm struggling. That's not how it works. You have to take responsibility. I put my children in a position to be homeless because I wanted to go get my body done. That don't make sense. But are we talking about that? We're not talking about that. We're not talking about those type of things. We're not holding each other accountable. And I'm talking to Black women. We're not holding each other accountable. And why not? We have to. This don't even have nothing to do with Black men. We gotta start having each other accountable, holding each other accountable. You can't feel like, oh, well, I don't want to lose a friend. You don't want to lose a friend. Or I don't want to be mad at me. That's the number one thing I hear amongst Black women. I promise you. They don't hold other Black women accountable because they don't want to ruin the friendship and they don't want that person to be mad at them. If that person is really your friend, if y'all really that close, if y'all really family, they gonna appreciate that you held them accountable. Maybe those aren't the people you need to be around. If you can't hold somebody accountable in love, because in those situations, you're not only holding someone accountable, you're being a voice for the children. There's a lot of children suffering because of these type of decisions. Do we speak up about the women that, sell the food stamps and the kids is hungry? Or do people just buy them? I'm just asking. I'm just asking a realistic question. Is anybody thinking, well, how your kids gonna eat for the month? I'm just saying I came to have a real conversation. A real conversation. And I had to have that with a friend. We're not friends no more, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But I had to say, listen, you don't have enough money to go get surgery because everybody else went and did it. You don't have it. Invest in something else. And then when you got some money stacked in the bank and you made a profit and stuff like that, you feel like you want to go do it then. But invest that money in your business. Invest it in something that's gonna make you more money. Then if you feel like you want to go get it, get it. Don't go broke to get it though. What was wrong with that? Nothing was wrong with that. The only thing that was wrong with it is that, people are just want to do what other people are doing. They want to run and do what other people are doing. One person start running to another country getting a BBL, then everybody went to go, oh, how much do it go? Baby, them posts, let me tell you something. Them posts be so sad. How much was it? Who you go to? Where you stay? Baby, they want to know all the information about the process, but don't want to know no information to make their life better. Don't got their credit together. Don't got no plan. Don't got no goals. None of that. None of that. And it saddens me because it's so many of them that have a great purpose down on the inside of them. Got a great purpose. A great purpose. We gotta stop expecting free from each other. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop sitting up and thinking that people's time ain't valuable. People's time is valuable. From just not doctors, time valuable, not just the hairdresser that's gonna install your bundles, not just Gucci, not just Louis Vuitton, none, no, not just red bottom. No, their time, everybody else's time is just as valuable, just as valuable, just as valuable. I wanna touch on this because it's in my spirit. I spoke to a lot, a few. I'm gonna say a few. I'm gonna stand corrected. My apologies. A few young black women that go to HBCU colleges, right? And this is going to align with what I'm talking about. That are bullied, and I'm sure y'all don't hear nothing about this because they don't. A few girls that I spoke to don't want to speak out. There was one that spoke out. They are being bullied. They say, shalakemia, they'll sit up and talk about how, it's so great to go to a HBCU, being around other black kids and this, that, and third. They're being bullied. The one fell suicide. I bet this is stuff y'all don't know because they're not going to talk about this. Bullied. Bullied because they don't wear name brand clothes. Bullied because they don't wear weaves down to their butt. Bully because they don't have the latest Louis Vuitton and Michael Kors and all those bags, and they're being bullied. Young black girls that go to HBCUs are bullying other black girls because they don't have materialistically what they have. I wonder where that problem stemmed from. Who raised these young ladies to feel like someone is beneath you and that you can bully somebody because they don't have what you have? That's a problem in our community that we're not talking about. And it's a shame that some of these young black women are afraid to speak out about it because of the backlash that they may receive. Why are young women like that? That's a problem. Who would want their child bullied because they can't afford what they can afford? And it's not just happening in college. Oh, that happens at middle school and high school too. But until we start sitting up having a conversation about these kind of things, and parents understanding that this is not cool, and to teach your kids to be humble. You don't bully somebody because they don't have what you have and they can't afford what you can afford. Imagine someone being bullied to the point that they feel suicidal. When we gonna talk about it? When we gonna talk about it? Ain't no way. Children, and this the problem in our community. Children are at school to learn. Learn. School ain't no fashion show. And nobody should be bullied about anything. Especially if my child can't afford a pair of Jordans or they can't afford a Gucci belt. Do you know that there's kids out here that feel like other kids are dirty because they don't wear designers? Oh, you dirty because you don't got Jordans on. Oh, you dirty because you got Shaq sneakers on. What? And then kids are killing themselves. Why are we having those type of conversations though? Why not? Those type of conversations are going to save lives. But I blame the parents too. I blame the parents as well. Because why does a child have that kind of mindset? Where were they taught that type of mindset? I'm confused. Baby, I would never want any of my kids, foster kids, child I'm taking care of to be bullied because of what they don't have. School is a place to learn. That's all kids should be focused on. Learning. Not what somebody got on or what they don't have on. It's a problem, y'all. These young girls in these HBCUs are crying out because it's not what everybody says it's cracked up to be. There's things going on behind the scenes. I'm trying to get the one girl to do an interview with me. I told her she doesn't have to if she feels comfortable. And I told her we can even it's sad that I have to do this. I told her we can we don't have to reveal your identity. We don't have to do that. You can just talk. You don't have to say your name, but you can share your story. You can share your story. I'm gonna share the video on my page that the one girl made. I'm gonna share it so y'all can see, what's going on. People think that this is a isolated incident. It's not an isolated incident. When you teach your children to be materialistic versus teaching your children to be educated, there's a difference. There's some kids that are materialistic because they were brought up that way. The parents just had to have every pair of Jordans. You just had to have on designer clothes and this, that, and dirt. Just had to have it. That's a problem. Where you feel like they have to have this. But I'm gonna tell you where that comes from because I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot, living in low income. I've seen it where people, it wasn't even, it was really about, oh, my friend's kids got on Tommy and Polo. You see what I'm saying? My kids gotta wear Tommy and Polo. Oh, she go get her kids all the new Jordans. I'm going to get my kids the new Jordans too. My kids is going to be out here. That's the mindset out there. Oh, my kids got to have this, that, and can't even afford it. Can't afford it because baby welfare's giving us $201.50 for two kids for three people in the household. I was getting it $201.50 every 2 weeks. That's what you was getting for cash assistance. And some of these people, not all, was taking that whole thing and making sure their kids had Jordans, outfits, all that, and they have nothing left over. I'm not being smart, y'all. I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford that. I couldn't afford that. I almost fought this lady one time because my son had on those G Unit sneakers. I almost had to fight somebody one day because a grown person was bullying my son about having G Unit sneakers on. And somebody came to me and was like, this girl is out here trying to make fun of your son because he got G Unit sneakers on outside playing. Oh yeah, baby, it was about to go down. Oh, it was about to go down. It actually did go down. We fought. It actually did go down. But at the end of the day, why would an adult? But mindset. I'm gonna do what I can afford. $201.50 is not a lot every 2 weeks off for two kids. It's not a lot. But that's what made me feel like I gotta do something better. Cause ain't no way I'm about to sit here on cash assistance and get $201.50 every 2 weeks for two kids. I got to get up and do something better with my life. That's the light bulb that went off in me. You see what I'm saying? But even then, I couldn't afford to buy both my kids those sneakers. I couldn't afford that. And when my kids got bullied about stuff like that, I had to explain to them, we're not worried about that type of stuff. You go to school to learn. I'm just trying to say, I'm just trying to bring a conversation to the table that really needs to be had. Because it seems like our culture is about material things and we're not about education and we're not about knowledge and some of us are not about generational wealth and teaching our kids how to be entrepreneurs and raising them humble and things like that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Mr. They failing but looking good doing it. Yeah. Yeah. And then what they parents doing? They parents is paying for them to get through school, but that doesn't help in the long run. That doesn't help. It does not help. We see what happened to a lot of them kids that money, they think money can make their situations go away or it don't end well. It don't end well. You got to be humble. You got to be humble. You really, really do. But I'm a show that shows the maturity level of these women out here. Are these the teenagers they speak about? And they're raising these young women, it makes my heart hurt. These young women are bullying these other girls that go to HBCs along with them. And it's horrible. It's horrible. The one felt suicidal. She felt suicidal. Yeah. Yeah. But if we don't start speaking up and having these type of conversations, y'all, it's gonna get worse. If I feel like if we come in these spaces and have these conversations, we could save lives. We can teach. And inside of our community, we gotta unteach that materialistic type mindset. Because what excuse me, what are our young queens doing? They feeling like they gotta go get surgery to be beautiful. They gotta do all these things to be beautiful. They gotta alter themselves. They gotta do these things to fit in. Life shouldn't be like that for our youth. It shouldn't be like that. It just shouldn't. But it is. Since our people are cursed, none of that's going to happen until we start keeping God's law and commandments. I believe that. I believe that. Frank, 86% of freshman girls had chlamydia. Peanut, they rather look like $1 million than try to obtain $1 million. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just my heart hurts. I definitely want to shed some light on my platform, what these young women, are going through. Because it's disheartening. And these other women that's sitting up here trying to go so hard and fight against, you know, black men and this, that, and the third, like y'all daughters is suffering. Y'all daughters is suffering. And they don't even know it. They so angry and mad about something else. You don't even know that your child is being bullied. You don't even know your child is struggling. Suicide amongst our youth is at an all-time high. We can prevent that if we stop being against each other. We can prevent that if we sit down and have the right conversations. We having the wrong conversations. Why is BBLs viral? Why is the latest Gucci and Louis Vuitton viral in our community? Why is it viral? Why are those things viral? But nobody knows if their college daughter is being bullied. Come on. Come on now. Come on. We gotta do better in our community. We have to. It's urgent. And I'm willing to do my part. I'm willing to do my part. I promise you that. I don't have a kid in the fight, but you know what? It don't matter. I had a kid in the fight before, saying, my kids are grown. I had a kid in the fight before. I may have a kid in the fight again. My grandkids might. I want to make sure my grandkids ain't going to no HBCU and being bullied. I want to stop it now. I want to stop the kids that is in school being bullied because they parent can't afford. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. It really is. It is. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Thank you, Cold World. Thank you. And everybody on this live right now. And if you watch the replay, if you know somebody at a HBCU, uh, a family member, a friend's child, tell them. Tell them what's going on campus that girls are afraid to speak about. Bring the awareness to it. If you could just alert one person, we could make a difference if we do that. I'm a reach out to some HBCUs. If anybody graduated from one or whatever, I'm gonna try to reach out, you know. I would really try to I like to set up something to be able to go to a few and speak about, this type of thing and this type of behavior. I'm gonna see what I can do. But I would love that. And to be honest with y'all, I would do it for free. I would do it for free. If it's gonna save somebody's life, if it's going to help somebody's self-esteem, if I could be a voice for, a woman on that campus, or even a young man too on that campus being bullied, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I know how it feels to be bullied. I know how it feels to want to commit suicide. I don't want nobody to feel like that. And if I gotta go for free, I'm gonna go for free. Period. I care more about the community. I care more about the community than anything. You know. Enjoy your weekend too, Stacy. That's all. You know. That's all. Yo, I'm gonna get started on, some of that stuff. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for, tuning in with me. And y'all have a great weekend. I'll talk to y'all throughout the weekend, but make sure y'all have a great weekend. Please spread the awareness, y'all. Please spread the awareness. When we spread the awareness, we can save a life, you know. We can save somebody from being bullied, and things like that. So, yeah. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. Love y'all.